welcome back to our final segment of the January 2022 Commissioner's Corner. We're now joined by Commissioner Tamara Pogue. I remain Scott Vargo, your county manager. And so we're going to talk now about housing to start with, which is the, I think, chief topic concern amongst the general public within Summit County. So take it away.
Thanks, Scott. So obviously, housing remains the top focus of the Board of County Commissioners and also Summit County government. We have a lot of different projects in the works right now. Phase 2 of Wintergreen has gotten fully funded at this point, and so that construction will move forward starting probably spring, summer, and then our hope is that those units will be ready to go in 2023. That's a partnership with Gorman, Summit County Government, and Vail Resorts, and really the reason that that one is able to move forward so quickly is because so much of the infrastructure that we need for that project is already in place because of Wintergreen that has already been built, and so this is really adding additional density to that parcel to allow for 47 new units. So pretty excited to see that one move forward. A couple of other projects that are moving forward, one more rapidly than the other, but one that we're calling the Justice Center project. I think we might need a different name for that one, but that is a partnership between Summit County government and the town of Breckenridge. We're really excited to work with them. That project will have 54 units right next to the Justice Center, thus the name, and we're working with Fading West, which is a modular developer out of Buena Vista. That one hopefully will also be livable sometime in 2023, right, Scott?
Yep.
Yeah, so excited to see that one move forward. The big one that we are currently undertaking our zoning process around is Lake Hill. That project, many of you know, has been a long time to come to fruition, but we're actually excited now to see our zoning process start and move forward. Still looking for occupancy on that one around 2025-ish, but obviously that one has about 500 potential units. And so our first our first town hall around Lake Hill is coming up shortly in January, I think. Remind me of the date, Scott.
January the 19th. It'll be virtual. We had planned to do it in person, but of course with COVID issues, it'll be virtual, and it will be 2 sessions, 11:30 until 12:30 on the 19th, and then again 4:30 until 5:30 p.m. on the 19th.
So you can find information about those town halls on the Summit County Department of Housing Department website. And the reason we have these town halls as part of our zoning process is to encourage everybody to give feedback. We certainly want to know what's important in these units as we construct them, any potential concerns folks might have about Lake Hill, or just get your questions answered, because certainly we've been talking about that project for a long time. The last project that I will mention as moving forward is a project that we just got funded through a bill that Representative McCluskey actually carried last session, bill number 1271. That is a Division of Housing bill which creates funds first for counties to engage in some kind of planning work around affordable housing, and then funding in the second phase for actual construction related to that work. So Summit County applied for a grant to review all of our codes related to affordable housing and to see what else we could do to remove some of the barriers that our codes may have in them that are keeping perhaps more public partnerships from developing, or more private developers from actually building more affordable housing. So we're excited that the state has funded that project. We will be hiring a consultant to do that work, and much of that work will happen in 2022. And hopefully then we'll be able to make some code amendments if those are identified through that process in late 2022, early 2023-ish. So those are the big updates right now on housing. Obviously, the BOCC finished a round of short-term rental regulations at the end of 2021. We will have another work session coming up in January around some of the data that we want to start collecting around short-term rentals, and talking more about enforcement of short-term rental regulations. So more on that to come as well.
Yep. And in terms of code amendment piece, so obviously the short-term rental discussion was a big code regulatory change as well. And so we do have some other housing code changes that are related to accessory dwelling units and some other things. Those things are now queued up to get started to go through the process as well. And so we'll have some more information on that in the coming months.
That's a great addition. So one of the other priorities that the BOCC identified early last year was around accessory dwelling units and how to make it easier for private homeowners to build ADUs on their property. So as Scott said, some code changes around those as well, coming up probably summertime-ish this year.
All right, great. We want to cover the budget as well. We had a large budget that was approved, and so you want to talk a little bit about that?
So the BOCC approved Summit County's annual budget mid-December, I think. You know, we made some changes to the process this year and how we did the budget because we wanted it to be as accessible as possible to the public. And so we put together a citizen advisory committee to oversee and give us input in that budget. Happy to report that that advisory committee largely felt like we are doing a good job in being responsible to the taxpayers of Summit County. So certainly happy to have that outside perspective in our process. We also engaged with all of our department heads and their budget recommendations, and then our finance director and Scott try and make it all work together. And so they did that. We have a balanced budget for 2022. That's this year. We approved that at the end of December. And if any of you are interested in learning more about what that document contains, you can find all of those documents on our website as well.
Great. All right, I don't think I have anything else to add. I think we have covered all the stuff on our agenda today. So thank you very much, Tamara, for joining us.
Wow.
And stick around for more local government programming on SCTV.